Welcome, everyone, to another Constructed League video content production by Trey Van Cleef for MindSportsAcademy.com. If you guys are going to sign up on MindSports to see all our secret tech behind our paywall, then please use TVC006 sign-up code in order to show where you came from. I am going to be playing a pretty close replica of Travis Wu's Pro Tour deck, Jeskai Dynavolt. We had come up with some Dynavolt independently, and then I noticed that ours had some issues, and I wasn't loving our build, but I loved Dynavolt. And we were also playing Metallurgic Summonings and some other things. And we ended up trimming it down to a more lean, mean creature-removing machine with Jeskai. Giving us access to Radiant Flames and the oh-so-awesome Spell Queller in the board. Not to mention Nahiri main deck, which is probably the best Planeswalker at the moment in the format, just because it takes out artifacts and some enchantments. Not to mention creatures, obviously. But after board, this thing ends up with like 18 counterspells if you count Torrential Gearhulk. Quite a bit of card draw in Glimmer of Genius, Nahiri, Torrential Gearhulk, Anticipate. Negate is just too good right now. Not every deck has dozens of targets, but a lot of the targets are the most important or among the most important cards that my opponent's deck might have, and it's cheap. We get access to the best quick removal at instant speed, so we really get to play Jeskai, Dynavolt, Flash, playing everything on our opponent's turn, and if they don't do anything, then we just draw some cards. Dynavolt Tower has proven amazing. Allows me to burn my opponent out, allows me to sit there with mana up and kill a couple creatures or kill a copter. It really seems ideally suited to killing vehicles. The sideboard gives access to more counterspells, some board sweep. Weaver of Lightning has proven amazing in the matchups where you think it would be good. Spellcaller just gives us access to another creature, another win con, a good counterspell, and that's about it. One of the biggest additions for the deck, I think, is the fact that we get access to a bunch of manlands, and we get access to 8 of the fast lands, which is pretty sweet. And Ether Hub has really, really pulled its weight. Really been impressed with that card. So let's jump in a league. I have pretty much only lost to time with this deck. Going to be playing in a preliminary Pro Tour qualifier tomorrow, and then I have Grand Prix Providence next weekend. My plan is to play this deck in both of those events. It's built. I'll need to tweak it a little bit. I'll get some reports from Travis about the deck and hopefully from some of the other players who are also playing it at the PT. And we can see what needs to be changed. But I don't see needing to revamp a control deck for the most part. I mean, there might be some changes, but to throw it back on the drawing board doesn't seem necessary. I think we have to just like change it around a little bit. But the basic components, it seems to be doing good, powerful things in the format. Doing everything on your opponent's turn is very important with all the copters and all the powerful things the aggressive decks are doing. They do get access to a lot more card draw and scry than I like being the control deck. I like them to peter out and for me to kind of push through with all my quality cards, but that's just not the case anymore. I did find that even when I had a bad draw, that red-white, even though they have these huge overpowered vehicles and huge overpowered creatures, that they don't kill you super fast. At least they don't kill this deck super fast. So hopefully that will continue to be the case. Having some issues finding a match, apparently. Alrighty, here we go. Let's battle. Let's battle fast. If I can battle fast, let's see. Seems like a good hand. A couple of cheap counterspells. More importantly, we have a card draw to make sure we get the power through to the lands that we need. I definitely hope with this hand we're not playing against like red-white vehicles. That would be a bit rough. I should say I hope we're playing against like the vehicles half of it. Turn 2 copter, turn 3 copter. That was a good rip. So Evolving Wilds, it's not any of the copter. Well, it's not any of the copter decks. This could be the the blue-white control, I guess. I guess that's gonna have to die. All right, definitely hoping for more lands at this point. I don't really know this deck. We'll have to see what they're doing. Some kind of a blue-white. Not really sure. I don't know the format that well, so we'll have to sort of piece together what he's trying to do over here. He's just not going to be active, which is annoying. Hoped he would try to cast spells. He's going to do stuff at the end of turn. Do I care to stop that? So he's like a blue-white flash deck. Problem is if I try to kill Spellcaller and he counters Spellcaller, I'm in trouble. I don't know that I care that much about Spellcaller. Maybe I just need to remove him now and assume that Negate can take care of anything else that might be bothering me. Oh, Westvale Abbey too. So he has enough creatures. Cloudblazer. Oh, I don't know this deck. Clearly I should have had Void Shatter for that and did not. I'm going to let this beat me so I have enough mana for Negate and Void Shatter. I think that probably just has to die. Let's kill the Cloudblazer first. That way, if somehow he's got another Spellcaller, then I've got Void Shatter for it. hate having to use Void Shatter on that, but I think I have to. Yep. Probably should have just Void Shattered first. Then I have Galvanic Bombardment if necessary. And now he gets to just sit back on his counter spells. Yeah, I did not do this optimally here. Even talked about Spell Queller and I still let it happen. Let's hope he doesn't have a counterspell. Hopefully he doesn't have a hard counter. He does not have a hard counter. My phone is doing stuff. I do hate that you don't get it until end of turn. You have to do it right away. I definitely can't do that. That's stupid. I'm going to get to kill that guy anyway. I guess I should have done Anticipate. Yeah, I definitely should have done Anticipate into something else really good. Alright, so it might as well be Spellcore because I think I'm going to be able to block and kill the Displacer. I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of annoying text messages now. Oh. Yeah, definitely should have anticipated. That helps. I mean, I should have gotten, it should have been Harness Lightning anyway. Oh, I don't know why I thought he didn't have enough for that. Alright. I've played really badly against that deck. Hopefully we can improve after board. With the flash and the flying, I think Nahiri is not at its best. I think Dynavolt's probably still a necessary evil. With Eldrazi Displacer, the Incendiary Flow might just be necessary. I don't know how good Galvanic Bombardment is. I'm going to take them out. I definitely want my spell callers, I believe. I don't think blue-white's going to have a lot of removal. Weaver of Lightning takes care of a number of his attackers. It doesn't ping much, which is makes it less interesting. I keep my card draw. Most of what he had was still creatures, which might mean that Radiant Flame still does a pretty good job of killing most of what he's got. I don't know how many versions of this deck look great with Radiant Flames and Spellqueller, but 4 Void Shatter also maybe too many. I didn't see much in the way of things to negate, but it doesn't mean he's not going to be bringing in counter magic from the board. He probably will. I'm actually going to take out a negate and a Void Shatter. Alright, let's battle. Oh, wow. Alright, well, at least it's a control deck. Let's see what I can do. This is a rough hand, though. I need that Dynavolt Tower. I need to rip a couple lands in a row, basically. Or anticipate. There we go. That's a big land. I'm assuming he'll have somewhere close to 4 copies of negate. Dynavolt Tower should be awesome. And I already will have enough to kill it once I cast Glimmer to cast Glimmer again and get even more energy. He's going to cast something, though, instead. I think that has to be stopped. I think here I just want to cast... I guess the Glimmer always gives me enough. No, it just triggers the ones. I'm not going to get them both, obviously, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Could also just squeeze in the other Dynavolt Tower. That's what I'm going to do instead. Since I get a free turn. And beat! Sure. Question is there any reason to wait on Glimmer? I'll get 4 energy, putting me to 6 energy, and be able to kill a Spellcore. I won't be able to stop just a straight up counterspell, though, which would be frustrating. I'm going to do this now. This card seems too important to get off. I've got the 6 I need. I don't think I need either of those 6 lands I needed. Yeah, I just don't think I can allow that. I can wait till he tries to flash it, but he'll wait till the end of turn and then I can just do it. That seems fine. Wait till he at least pays some mana for it. Yeah. I forgot he gets to splash my, or he gets to flash my spell queller. That's not ideal. That's not bad. Flashes Cloud Blazer. I'll get Gideon back. I can punch Gideon out. All right. I can do Glimmer and then just do Radiant Flames if I need to. And then I've got Dynavolt Tower to kill Cloud Blazer if necessary. I don't really want to see... I don't really want to cast Glimmer right now. I think I get a chance just to do Torrential Gearhulk and do Glimmer and see where we stand. Because if he taps out, I probably just do Torrential Gearhulk and kill both of his things. Let's see what he does. Alright, he is going to do Spell Queller. So... I can't stop that. That's going to come back. Alright, so I do get... I can't do much about that. Alright, I do get to play Gearhulk and kill Displacer and hit Gideon if I want. I could double hit Gideon. I can also wait. Now, if I don't hit Displacer, then he can flash it. He also still has access to flashing Cloud Blazer. Get our Glimmer on, see what that produces. Another Gearhulk for sure. Let's bottom that though. Alright, now I need to kill some stuff. I just don't know that I'm that afraid of Gideon. I'm going to start off just by killing Eldrazi Displacer, and we can make some informed decisions about the rest of what we want to do. I mean, I can ping down Gideon anytime. He gets an emblem. Okay. I don't think I care that much about the 3. All right. The question is, do I want to go ahead and Radiant Flames? It might be right. Maybe he just wants to block with the Filigree Familiar. Maybe he doesn't. Spell Queller to block my Spell Queller. Oh, Spell Queller to chump block my Spell Queller. That seems rough. Alright. Works out pretty well for me. I guess I could have seen if I had a Spell Queller, but now I get to wipe his board, which also seems good. White, blue. Let's Radiant Flames everything away. I really don't want that to get stopped. I think I'm just going to do it now. Unless he has Dispel, I'm pretty good. All right, I won that game. Sweet. All right. It definitely can be important to be able to cast Radiant Flame somewhere in the game. I don't know where Blessed Alliance stands in this, or Nahiri. I like the way this list looks right now after board. Let's see what we can do. The Radiant Flames was a beating. Kill all of your stuff for 3 mana? Sounds good. We saw how powerful Dynavolt was again. They let me go first. Sweet. Only counterspells I've seen so far still have been Spellquellers. I would assume that he has Negate somewhere in there, but I can't say with 100% certainty. I have a lot of lands. I don't know how important another Negate is, really. Maybe a man land is just better. Now, Negate does stop Gideon. I'll take Negate. Keep the 2-lander and not get there? Ruh-roh. I'm going to say that seems suboptimal for him. Oh, wow. Alright, I'm going to take the Ether Hub. God, I got through this land pocket here. Glad I didn't take a land the last go round. Alright, well, just developing mana in these kind of matchups is usually pretty insane. And I'll get to Gear Hulk Anticipate pretty soon. Have any more end of turn thing? I feel like a good player would have a Glimmer there. So now I get end of turn Void Shatter, Negate, and then next turn I get to cast Gear Hulk. Got my 6. I think I can't let him have the Eldrazi Displacer, which means that The incendiary flows are a necessary evil. All right, let's start jamming some Gear Hulks. See what he's got. He's got a Void Shatter or something here. Whee! All right. He doesn't have a good answer to Gear Hulk, apparently. Hopefully a lot of people will not have good answers to Gear Hulks. That's what we're hoping. The blue Gear Hulk definitely has impressed me. The fact that it was not instant and sorcery, but only instant, was initially a turnoff. And the fact that it wasn't until end of turn was definitely a turnoff. That I can't play it, see if I'm able to block, and then choose whether or not I want to remove something or cast a draw spell after combat, after I see how things turn out. You just don't get as much information, which is a little frustrating. But I think if I'd read him and saw that he was 5 mana, I still don't think I would have thought he was the best Gear Hulk. Definitely not the best Gear Hulk in Limited. Still not the best Gear Hulk in Limited, even at 5 mana. But seeing how he's played out in my matches, in this one and prior to these, he's proved to be pretty powerful. That was the whole thing with the leagues. There'd be no more waiting. We won't have to wait 20 minutes for a round. We might have to wait a couple minutes for a round. All right. We beat a blue-white flash deck. I don't know if we can keep the 5-land 2 removal spell hand. That seems a little sketch. I'm on the play, which makes it better. I'm against an unknown. I'm gonna mulligan. This is definitely not better. Oof. Keep. Yeah. All I'm keeping there is I'll get to Scry as well. And hopefully, I'm hoping that negate will be good, but obviously the removal spells might have been really good too. I mean, the format is. Yeah, those removal spells would have been great. It could be the red green aggro deck, the red green energy deck. Okay, so he is the Etherworks deck. Alright, at least I can stop the Marvelous Etherworks right now. He can't cast it yet. I guess he just casts it now. Oh. Or he's short a land. Do I just negate that? I kind of want to just negate that. Oh, I don't need to negate that. Sorry. I don't know what that was. Let's let him get a land. He may be short a land, but trying to mana screw somebody is a really dangerous proposition. All right, I could anticipate into like Dynavolt would be the only reason to main phase it, but I definitely want to be able to negate whatever he's going to do end of turn, or on his turn, excuse me. Oh, it's Bristling Hydra. Let's see if we can get a Void Shatter, I guess. Those aren't Void Shatters. I don't want a Needle Spire either. I guess I can do Incendiary Flow, respond to his bristlingness. No, he's got enough to do it twice, so he would just shut me down. Yeah, I really need a land that doesn't come into play tapped. The question is whether or not I can afford to wait. Because if I don't draw a land, I'm in trouble. But playing a come into play tap land just seems meh. I'm going to try to get the Torrential Gearhulk. Yeah, Hydra's good. That's part of the reason we have Blessed Alliance now. That was one reason to anticipate. No, it could have easily been. I'd already played my 5th land for the turn, so. All right. Well, I don't think I would have done anything differently in the game. I could have anticipated into a come into play tap land so I could play a non-come into play tap land the next turn. Isn't the one I already had in my hand. That's a play that I could have done. It wouldn't leave me. It would only leave me to gate or Galvanic Bombardment up, but that would be fine. Oh, wow. That has to stop. Oof. I didn't realize they were playing that. That's crazy. Another reason the gate's good, apparently. So I can't even like Nahiri it and then Galvanic Bombardment it. I just sit here and just choke on this. All right. Well, I still get Gearhulk to block, which is pretty strong. And if he shoots his wad on things to make the Bristling Hydra bigger, I'll be able to kill it with Nahiri the next turn. And I also have double Gearhulk, so. But I'm assuming also he might go crazy. With some other spells. I think he's already incentivized to pump Bristling Hydra. So Galvanic Bombardment on it right now seems useless. Might as well try to improve my next turn with a spicy draw here. what do I really want to be able to do? I can't cast Void Shatter. Would be nice just to have a hard counter. I'll take that. Also allows my next Gear Hulk to be a hard counter as well, which is pretty sweet. Right, I'm assuming he'll have something here, but I mean that's what my guy's here to do, is to block in this matchup. He's here to block. Sure. Alright, so he's got enough mana to do a lot of things. I've got enough to do Nahiri, try to kill that. Then he pumps it. I try to galvanic bombardment, then he tries to pump it and I kill it with galvanic bombardment. So that's what I gotta do. Alright. Oops. White, red, colorless, blue. And then he needs 3 energy. Yeah, I just have to be able to kill the bristling hydra. The problem is that this guy's a 5/4, so it's not going to work like that. He can make his guy a 6 toughness if he wishes. I also get the possibility of just doing the Nahiri uptick. Is that better than Torrential Gear Hulk for Anticipate? Probably not. I don't know how I get around playing Gear Hulk right now. I think I have to be able to play Gear Hulk this turn. Because Nahiri just doesn't get it done. He just uses it and uses it. I have bombardment as well. He's not going to kill him with 1 hit of Bristling Hydra. Alright, cannot block the Bristling Hydra, that's for sure. Is there a shot of him killing me? The question is, do I really care to block this 1/1? Not especially. And I can wait this way and just see what he does. Blocking the pummeler doesn't seem very important. Now I can play Gear Hulk and negate that. That seems like my best move. did he do? Oh, he was able to build to smash, Alright. So they've got a lot of instance that makes Dispel good. Blessed Alliance is excellent. I'm not sure about Incentive, but he's playing a bunch of creatures, so I would think that removal seems good. Spellquiller seems awesome. I didn't feel like he had much that interacted with what I was trying to do. I don't think Dynavolt does enough. Nahiri definitely doesn't seem good enough. I'm really not 100% sure about... He's got enough pump spells where Negate seems important. Galvanic Bombardment will kill the Pummeler. It will kill his Mana Dorks. The Gearhulks seem great. I just didn't get in a great spot with them there. Void Shatter just doesn't seem as good. He's an aggressive deck. It's a little bit slow. It does stop a creature as well as a pump spell, which is nice. Being able to stop the pump spells seems important. That's where his guys really get their boost. Radiant Flames does not kill the 3/3. I'm sorry, does not kill the Hydra. Need more ways to be able to stop the Hydra, maybe. This is how good is Flow versus a counterspell. I'm not 100% sure if Incendiary Flow is really better than Void Shatter. I don't know. I've got the Harnessed Lightnings as well. I just don't think it's as good, and I think I'll get in spots where... And Dynavolt could be really, really good. Maybe it's better than... But then I have to tap out also. I'm going to try this lineup. It seems like a fine hand. We got a little bit of removal and a bit of counter magic. Attune with Ether. My kids just came in upstairs. You're pounding on the steps, screaming at each other. I used to have to worry about him really doing a lot during my turn. He's a do during his turn kind of deck, which is good. He does have a lot of instants. He's also playing stuff like that, right? And getting energy to do it. I get to Void Shatter, and having access to Void Shatters and Spellquiller on my 3 mana seems good. Yeah, if it's just a creature like that, I think I'm just going to Harness Lightning it. Oh, but then he gets to use his pump spells. That's annoying. He would get 1 extra mana to be able to do that. guess I would like to be able to cast Harness Lightning and Negate on his guy. If he has the pump spell, that is annoying. But I would still want to save Void Shatter for that guy. I'm sorry, for the Bristling Hydra. Do I go for it? Do I care if I get counterspelled here? Yeah, I think I've got to wait. I'll let him have one turn to attack if he'd like. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think I can deal with that. All right, that has to die. I think I just kill that guy. That guy seems annoying. I get to net an energy. How exciting. Alright. I'm in pretty good spot here. Got a couple of white for the spell queller. My kids are pounding on the floor upstairs. He's got lots of combat tricks and that kind of stuff, but he has to have practice spells in play or the rest just doesn't matter much. I just want to Void Shatter that just in case my spell queller gets killed. You would need land into removal spell to make that happen. I think I just counterspell everything right now. He's got way too much energy to make this guy a safe proposition. And it also blanks a number of the cards that might be in his hand he doesn't have. If he's looking at pump spells, and I take his last creature, then, you know, the rest of what he does just doesn't matter much. This turn, I think I just Glimmer and try to play a land, because it might be coming to play tap land anyway. Definitely want that one on top. Maybe I'll draw a bunch of lands. I did not. Alright, so he gets one free turn to do something. But I can kill a Hydra. No, I can't. He'll have 9 energy. But I'm betting he doesn't have anything in his deck right now that will kill a spell queller. That may change in game 3. Alright. Alright, so right now he gets to put 2 on there, which would save it anyway. I can also cast that and that, which is pretty sweet. I don't know if I can afford to block with Spell Queller here. I would like to. Block and then have spell and counter spell up. So if I go for that, he pumps it to 5, and I can kill it for 5 anyway. But if he has double pump spell, we're in bad shape. If I hold back. All right. I mean, it forces his hand to pump once, but I don't know that that really matters. What's nice and bad is this upon resolution thing, so I don't have to pay any more than what it costs to kill this guy. At that moment, he's not able to pump in response. He just loses this guy, which is nice. All right, I feel very good now. I think it's going to take a lot for me to lose this game now. We'll see. I'm getting pretty close to Torrential Gear Hulk. I think I just stop all his creatures, and then what's he gonna do? So he might be sitting with the Uncaged Fury. That would make sense. No reason not to do Glimmer right now, in my opinion. Oh, that's an interesting card to have right there, actually. I don't need the other Gear Hulk. Kind of want to bottom that too, but it does just stop part of his deck. So does all my removal. Let's give myself a better shot of drawing a land. All right, Ether Hub it is. And he's chatting with me over here. I guess he's like, oh, you have another counterspell? So, I do have another counterspell. That's how I roll. If he has a way to pump it, go for it. But nothing feels as good as Torrential Gear Hulk to cast Glimmer of Genius. It's just too strong. It's too strong. And this thing, this turn, I guess. All right. Closing that game out with a quickness. The only card I'm really not sure about is the Dynavolt Tower. And now he showed me more guys that can be killed by Incendiary Flow. And I'm probably going to need that more on the draw. Though this does give me 8 ways to stop Bristling Hydra on 4. And then I've got Blessed Alliance. Maybe having so many of the negate effects isn't as good. I need more just kill your creature effects. I'm going to dial back the counters a little bit and play the full complement of incendiary flows, I believe. Well, hopefully I will do enough exciting things this game where he'll be saying a lot of stuff in chat again. It's got to be the goal. All right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is reasonable. That seems like a sweet grip. It's got everything I could want. I'd like to be able to cast Anticipate on turn 2, but I think I need to get this mana in play, and I'll be using my only blue mana with the Ether Hub. So, does mean I can't end of turn Galvanic Bombardment something, which is frustrating. I think I'd probably be more scared if he didn't play anything this turn. So now I get the option of, well, that thing is going to die with hot fire right now. I think I can wait on the other Wandering Fumarole. Heck, he might take out a number of his pump spells against me. I don't know. When he sees all the removal, I can't think he would take out Ranger Guile 2.0, but he might. That guy's big. That guy is just plain big. Ouch. Oh, interesting. So I get that as well if I'd like. What might he cast next turn that would make me really need to Dispel versus playing the Wandering Fumarole? I wouldn't mind being able to Blessed Alliance and Galvanic Bombardment. I'm going to play an island. It's annoying with Blessed Alliance. It's my only... the only way I've got to get rid of Bristling Hydra in my hand right now. I could just take the 4 and hope he doesn't have another energy card. Ha ha ha. Like that's going to happen. I'm actually going to just take it this turn. That may be a mistake, but this gives me Anticipate and Galvanic Bombardment depending on what he does. Now he's got to be afraid I've got a counterspell. That works out great. So he gets the extra energy. I can't do anything about that. Alright, I need to anticipate. Oh, I needed to galvanic bombardment first. Harness lightning is also pretty good, though it won't be enough. I do have ether hub. It'll be enough to take care of that guy. Alright. All my win cons went to the bottom. I think I'm fine if he pumps and saves his guy. Yeah, I'm figuring him for more. Okay, I don't know if I should wait. Maybe I should just wait on that. I'm not 100% sure. I can harness lightning that guy and make him show me another creature, I guess. And I've got dispel for the pump spell. I kind of want him to have the pump spell, don't I? I'm okay with that. There's some shot at him not having another energy producer. Not a bristling hydra. That would be rough. Ugh. Alright, that's going to be bad. That's very bad. He's got to decide whether or not he actually wants to use the energy to save the Hellion or not. Probably I should have waited on the galvanic bombardment just because he might not have another engine. All of a sudden my dispel is kind of left stranded. This was a very winnable game. I think that was a mistake I made. That could have cost me. That was good for us. I need to be able to do both. I don't think I can afford to play the man land. I'm sorry, I don't think I can afford, yeah. Now I just need to find a win con. Maybe it'll be my man lands. That seems good. Alright. Target player gains 4 life. Target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. Cast. So good against the Hydra here, man. It feels good. Yeah. If he ends up doing something that like makes a guy at instant speed, I'm going to be devastated. He could just play another creature. And I'll wish I had Void Shatter, I guess. I've got Wandering Fumarole. Hopefully that's enough. Ugh. Doesn't feel like enough. Well, it tramples. But at least I can trade it for a Fumarole, take a little bit of damage. And hopefully start killing him with my other Fumarole. Maybe he won't pump. Don't pump. No, he did pump. I'm totally fine with this trade, if this trade gets to happen. Unfortunately, I'm just not in a spot where I have to hope he didn't rip a Bristling Hydra, basically. Alright, stop his freshly ripped. Alright, he's out of cards. Just die. And I'm going to take the big fat 3. Gear Hulk would have been sick there. Question is, can I wait and not just beat him down here? So many cards he could rip that just don't do anything. Plus time is a bit of a concern. Really rather just trade my man land for that than trade the Void Shatter. I like his 5 land 10 spell rip. That seems fair. I did get some crazy value out of the Blessed Alliance. He's thinking about it too, which is annoying. Means he must have another. No, he doesn't. Oh, that's a perfect rip there. Wow, it doesn't get better than that. Should get my clock on a bit. I mean, I think I just have to stop that. I don't think I can let anything through at this point. Really would like a Gear Hulk. As he's sending me another little chat. That's what my deck does, bro. That's what my deck does. Send me all kinds of messages. All in all, that wasn't a terrible rip. I'll get him in 2 turns if he doesn't do anything too exciting. He ripped a land. Look at him ripping a land like a bro. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've still got enough up to do that. So let's do some white and some red. Beep. Oh. Let's see, there's cards I'm not aware of. I got this one. Not the feared battlements. I know my stream viewers always want to see what they say in chat, so let's look at what he said in chat. Oops. Alright, white and red. The smartest is probably just to hold up Spell Queller and Torrential Gear Hulk. But Spell Queller should be able to stop anything that would kill one of my creatures. He's thinking about some more spicy chat that he wants to write in the... Got to do a shameless plug for myself there. And were his draws not good? Maybe they weren't good. I don't know. At one point, he had 5 lands and 10 spells. You all won't see it in the edited footage, but I almost had to do a family thing, but we've postponed that. So I am going to jump into play league match number 3. I've won my first 2. When this thing wins, it can win pretty convincingly, and I like the way I'd forgotten it because I'm so slow. I've been avoiding decks. And when I don't know the metagame that well coming into an event, I've avoided decks that involve a lot of decision making in that way, that are slow decision making decks that really need to know how to weigh their opponent's threats and decide how they want to counter, etc. But I got tired of not doing that. I love those decks. I love the decks that just hang on by a thread and then just take over the game. All right, double Ether Hub can be tricky. This is a pretty easy mulligan. If I had a blue land and I could anticipate into another land, I get Galvanic Bombardment. I think this has to be a mull. That's rough if he doesn't have a creature deck. I kind of want to put that on top. It's so far away, though, to be able to actually cast that. I do already have 4 lands. Not so much that it's far away, like I won't be able to cast it, but it's just a lot of turns. And I should have other shots to get one of those. I'm going to bottom that. That's debatable, for sure. If I don't get the blue in there, I'd like to have the mana up to be able to do Galvanic Armor, but if I don't get the blue in there now, it gets a little tricky if I draw the Glimmer and then also have to on turn 3 or turn 4, it'll mess with what I want to do. And of course, this is going to mess with that rhythm as well, which is frustrating. But I always like that this guy just dies. I guess Scrap Heap can bring him back, but I hope that everyone who's playing the Grixis Emerge deck, Emerge Recur deck, is playing the same mana base that guy played. I heard 2 different top-level Hall of Famer pros talk about how bad the mana base was. All right, Zikapta. It looks like that deck, but it could just be black-red. But I don't remember the black-red, like the aggro decks playing Cryptbreaker. Smuggler's Copter. All right. No reason not to play the Ether Hub, I think. I'm kind of wishing I took that Gear Hulk. Hindsight is 2020. But my goal at this point is to hopefully not have him play anything that's too meaningful this turn. Play Glimmer of Genius. I gotta think he's gonna play a threat of some sort here. Maybe he expected there's very little in the format when he's on the play that will kill Cryptbreaker. Oh no, sorry, I was on the play. So yeah, that guy's just gonna be out. Cancel out that guy. So he gets to double, I guess, to crew one of them. I don't know that I can allow him to loot. I could allow him to loot once, I guess. I Glimmer. Then I have Harness Lightning and another spell next turn, ideally. I'm okay with that. Undead has the same like Pia interaction. You get to play 2. They're not quite as good as Pia. You don't get to crew. Oh no, you do. Of course, you get to double crew. I'm thinking about bringing it back from the graveyard. afford to do that. I guess I have to. I think I have to let him come. Yeah. Whether he loots once or twice, I don't think has a huge impact. Okay, he is doing it. He is on Grixis. Smuggler's Captain number 3. That is pretty sexy, actually. Maybe they should both be on top. Top. Problem then is he just crews the other smuggler's copter. Or it has to be on top. Can I afford to do anticipate? That's what I'm not 100% sure about. It does give me less of a shot to draw Nahiri, I guess. I'm going to top them both. Alright, now I get Void Shatter, which is interesting. No, I didn't mean to do that. It needed to be Island. I can use one of my many energy, I guess. The kids are just pounding on the stairs. But Void Shatter won't even stop the Smuggler's Copter interaction. He's already drawn and discarded, so I don't know that I can expect to stop that, really. And with no Sweeper main deck, with no Radiant Flames anymore main deck, there was no reason to cruise by Anticipate, I don't think. Inside combat, I would believe that you can still Smuggler's Copter, crew another Smuggler's Copter, and attack when he moves into combat, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So we're going to find out. I'm assuming he's going to be able to crew them both and it won't matter. Another, oh, a Pariah. I just don't think I can let that guy come out. Shut up, Merrick, is what I hear up there. Shut up, Merrick. Sorry, I treat this a little bit more like my stream. Yeah, Copter's just good. No diggity, no doubt on that one. Why did he crew and then crew? He got rid of Cathartic Reunion. See what we can get here. All right, some exciting kid shenanigans are always fun. I don't know what that deck is going to do that I'm really going to need to counterspell. I'm going to take another Anticipate, I think. I may be wrong. I don't think I can kill the token. I think that's good enough. I'm assuming he can just crew. Yeah, that's a really annoying aspect of this. Now he gets to attack me anyway and loot. I should have just killed it. I should have killed the second one. I wasn't 100% sure how that worked. I assumed that was how it worked, but... I'm really hoping for a Gear Hulk, I guess, off the Anticipate. My son's going nuclear upstairs. It's ugly. Ooh, the Fiery Temper. So now it's actually going to matter whether I took that 3 or not is definitely going to matter. Let's go ahead and Anticipate. Is Dynavolt Tower good enough? No, that'd be Glimmer. All right. So now I'm down to 5 instead of just being at 8, which is where I should be. And now I could definitely die because of that. Double Copter with no answer right away is just very tough. Oh, he didn't have another play. How weird. So a Galvanic Bombardment, a Harness Lightning. Ooh. Bottom. That's not what we need. Try and Anticipate, see if I can get through. See, it's 7 shots at, ugh. So does it have to be Dynavolt Tower? Might have to be Dynavolt Tower. Yeah, it would be a big deal, a big deal if I were at 8. If he has another Fiery Temper, we're cooked. I don't know how that deck can afford to do Fiery Tempers and have all the graveyard. I guess it doesn't have all the graveyard stuff. Does it have a lot of blue spells? If he had a lot of blue spells, he would be discarding prized amalgams in the graveyard. I'm not sure. So I die to that, right? I can kill that, and then I just die to Smuggler's Copter. I have 7. I don't have 8. Wait, I don't have 8, do I? No, 7. That'll bring me to 8. I can glimmer. I guess I could Glimmer of Genius into another burn spell and be able to kill both of you. I guess I'm not dead. Glimmer. Unfortunately, I can't afford to do Dynavolt. Top. Bottom. Alright, and now I just Harness Lightning that guy, I guess. I have a lot of energy anyway. So in that way, it's not bad. I could be at 5, though. I should be at 5. It makes a big difference. Because then I could have afforded to play Dynavolt Tower and start building that. And start killing anything he plays. And now I'm behind. Sure. So it's this 1 beat on. I might die just to the 1. Gear Hulk would be good. Another Glimmer would be good. Alright. So we got another Voltaren Pariah. Return Scrap Heap. Okay. Oh, he gets all the prize amalgams back. That's too good. Alright. So we need the other Incendiary Flow for sure. Dispel doesn't have a place. Blessed Alliance doesn't have a place. Summary Dismissal definitely doesn't have a place. I don't think Void Shatters are very good at all. The counter spells just aren't great. Negate allows us to stop Copter, but we have enough ways to stop Copter. I think the Weaver of Lightning is very important. Just to slow down the beats. And here he seems extremely slow, especially on the draw. All the removal seems important. I think it's Spell Quellers. They block pretty well. And they'll take out some relevant... Maybe Radiant Flames needs to be in as well. It probably does. It does allow us to board wipe. And Spell Quellers seem good. I don't see him having a lot of removal. Let's battle. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's worth having negate for the copters. I'm just not convinced one way or the other yet. This seems fine. No, a very hard time winning 2 games in 12 minutes here. Going upstairs for 5 minutes was suboptimal. I feel like I really need to get lands. I just need to be able to anticipate here. And I've got Radiant Flames. And I can do it most likely as early as next turn. On the late end, maybe the turn after. If I get really unlucky and don't have a land in the top 4, well, then I'm in a lot of trouble. But my dream is hopefully that I can wait a smidge and play Dynavolt Tower first. And Dynavolt Tower is just meant to kill copters, I feel like. It's just there specifically to kill copters. They've given us the question and the answer in the same set. Yeah, I gotta have that Spire Bluff love. And I think I just go for the Dynavolt Tower, honestly. Feels like some Dynavolt Tower love here. All right. That's fine. I need to save up that Radiant Flames. I'm not getting beat down right now. Oh. That's going to be a little rough. All right. See you later, Radiant Flames. Yeah. That's going to make it tough to win. All the disruption, though, slows his beatdown plan, which is good. I honestly want to just take my time and play another Dynavolt Tower. That's what I'm going to do. And one Glimmer of Genius just goes crazy. Is it copter time yet? He could get Haunted Dead and have like Distended Mindbenders. I would imagine he has Mindbenders in the board. I mean, I've seen the blue spot, but I haven't seen a single blue land, and he's playing a lot of basic mountains and swamps. So I'm think he's just playing the black-red version and can't really cast the Prized Amalgams. Maybe he has the blue-black duel, and that's the only duel, the only blue duel. I'm not sure. But I am sad he took my Radiant Flame. He took my my backup plan. Change the rest of mine? Sure. I'm not sad about that. Okay. Well, the second Glimmer is not as good as the first. That is nice. So I get to Glimmer and kill one thing next turn. Need to save the Incendiary Flow. Save the Incendiary Flow for the Haunted Dead. See what he discards here. So he has a lowly Scrap Heap Scrounger in the graveyard. I don't think I want to take 6 here. I can still wait. I can just Glimmer and then kill this guy. The problem often with playing Transgress the Mountain is you dilute what you're trying to do with your deck. Like, he did what he wanted to do, right? But it doesn't look great for him, and I didn't have a great hand. So he's going to discard something to get that back. I gotta put a Glimmer on top, I think. Glimmer seems good. So he's gonna put another creature in the graveyard for that. I only have one come into play, or one mountain to be able to actually cast Galvanic Bombardment. So I think here, it's just Incendiary Flow, Haunted Dead. Hit a bunch of energy. So I get 6. That seems good. I'm okay with that. Alright, so he's going to get something back. He's going to make a 2/2. Maybe it needs to be Galvanic Bombardment just because it's more mana efficient. I'm sorry, not more mana efficient. It leaves me an ability to take out a Copter. No, I've got that anyway. I forgot. It's going to Harness Lightning Bat right now. It's only the 1 net energy. It'll be cheap. Alright, so it gets that. I should have waited. Wasn't thinking about the speed of it. I've got a ton of energy though. Okay. I don't think that matters, does it? Okay. So we get Glimmer. I can block that and kill that. That seems good. Oh, the problem with that is Galvanium Armor doesn't kill anything. I'm gonna let him loot once. I'm okay with that. I don't think he meant to attack with that guy. Oh, I could have. No, I couldn't have. Could have done it the way I wanted to do it. I should have this game on pretty close to lockdown here, I think. And I get the double whammy on there. I got 5 for that. He gets to bring that back. I don't think I really care. Okay, let's battle. Just seems like a good card to have. As it had this game on complete lockdown, but time. I'd have a hard time winning if this was game 3. Really? Sweet. Oh, he's gonna minus X minus X. Okay. So many triggers. Alright, so he's out of cards. He's going to make me discard a card and finish off Weaver. Sure. I'm down to 2. So he has Scrap Heap and no creatures in there right now. All right. Oh, I lost that, of course. So he can't do anything at instant speed. Clunk. I've got double Dynavolt Tower. He can just draw a Fiery Temper here. I might play Gear Hulk for Glimmer. That seems fun. And end this game in a couple minutes. I have a 2-turn clock. All right. I guess there's nothing I can do there. That seemed sketchy. That feels like a pretty good matchup. I've been told that those matchups aren't very good, but we get 4 Incendiary Flows. Plenty of good blockers. The Weaver just shuts everything down from those decks. After testing a lot last night with my friend Clay Baker, who also provided me with much of the deck, if not all of the deck, to borrow for this weekend and the next, and I appreciate that. We found out that the Red White Vehicles matchup is decent for us, and that Weaver of Lightning is insane. Now let's see if we can get round 4 in here. Well, I told Travis Wood that I would not win. I would not 5-0 a league in order to keep this thing on the down low so it doesn't get published. So if I was 4-0, I'd drop. But at least now, I don't have to drop. Because I've already lost a round. Now I can just battle. My hair is feeling very poofy right now. Very poofy. The one-lander. Yuck. The one-lander. Oof. I don't even have an anticipate there. If I can get a land off the top, then I can cast these. That's rough. I get 2 looks. I get 3 cards to look at a second land. It's borderline. I think I have to keep any lands because I also have Void Shatters. Why is he in my draw step? This is a rough draw and a rook. And if I just rip a couple lands here, we're looking a lot better. Not ripping any more lands. Alright, I'm expecting him to have Marvel in his deck. Well, that's pretty sweet. I can at least negate that and make him discard 3. That seemed powerful. Yep. Any one of my lands except for 6, I believe, would have come into play and allowed me to void shatter that. And I'd be back in this game. I would have taken his double mull. I would have just given him a double mull, basically. And blow that. All right. And maybe it's wrong to negate that, but I feel like I needed a bank on hopefully drawing a land. To be able to void shatter whatever he played. Now I'm definitely hoping to draw a land. Ugh. As if it had been the mountain, I could kill either. No, it's not even tapped, so I couldn't even do that. Yeah, I'll get to Glimmer at the end of turn. I'm expecting him to have another good play here, we'll see. He discarded the rest of his hand. Wow. It's hard not to counterspell that. Boop. All right. I got to counterspell 2 of those. That feels busted. Missed my 3rd turn land drop, making comebacks. If he could just not draw anything meaningful here, would be awesome. Thank you for that. Oh. I think it's bottom. I would like to get one of those, and it does give me access to a counter spell. Definitely want one of them bottom. The question is whether I want the second one. I think having a win con here is pretty good. I have a lot of shots at getting a land. There's another land. We're rocking my draw step again. Gives me access to another counterspell. I can Torrential Gear Hulk and counterspell whatever he plays, and I've got another Void Shatter up, which is pretty sweet. Otherwise, I get to just do Glimmer, which seems insane. So many effects. I don't think I need Anticipate. I'm going to bottom that. I'm going to keep this. And maybe I just want more shots of drawing untapped lands. I feel like this game's over. Oh, he has enough to kill that guy? Pretty sure that I just turned off auto yields and now he got to do it. So I gotta hope he doesn't do anything insane here. Oh, he gets to cast it. I'll just counterspell it. That's fine. Yeah, that never would have happened. Well, he gets the cast trigger. Clearly annoying that I don't get to. But I got a pretty good clock, and I've got another couple of Void Shatters to clean up the mess. All right, what's he revealing? Nothing much. He could harness lightning one of them. Which he won't do. Alright, this game should be over. Can't quite kill him right now, but... yeah, it would have been a lot easier of a win if I had just counterspelled the harness lightning like I wanted to. So that gets him to 4. Okay. Okay. So what did he get this time? Nothing much. And I'm actually ahead on clock. Yeah. All right, it was close. It was close. I need all the counter magic against him. He's just a big fat combo deck, basically. I'm assuming that he'll bring in counter spells as well. Blessed Lion's still good against the big guys if he has them. Definitely want the Void Shatters and the whole complement of Spell Quellers. Those seem unnecessary. All the removal. So that gives us 58. So I need a couple of spells. And it could just be Incendiary Flow. It could also just be Harness Lightning because it gives me energy. And it's something I can do at instant speed. Everything else seems solid. This seems like a tough matchup for them, but we'll see. You know, doing all counter spells all the time, I can get my mana up in time to stop Aetherworks Marvel. That's the only big thing I need to stop. Counter spells out the wazoo, apparently. He doesn't do a ton on turn 2. The mana ramp. Oh, he's got that thing. The puzzle knots. Alright, well, this is the one turn with no negate or dispel. This is the one turn he gets a little bit of free reign, which is annoying. Thankfully, they don't do a whole lot on turn 3. I don't see why I would want to be able to cast Void Shatter. Like Spellqueller will do it. Yep. He's building up his energy. Normally during a tournament, I write down tops and bottoms stuff, but there's a lot of scrying going on right now. I don't know if it's as relevant. I think I've just got to Spellqueller that, right? That just feels too good. Hello, my friend. Hello. I think he just has to take those out against me, honestly. They seem suboptimal. Clunk. I remember getting Tormenting Voice at the Pro Tour Spellqueller, but Cathartic Reunion... Alright. I guess I could summary dismissal that. What did he just say he got? He took Forest into their hand. Okay. All right. So I think this game is a lock. I don't know what he does here that scares me at all. Except have a stop on my draw step. That scares me. I've got enough blue for any combination of my 3-mana spells. Spellqueller, Spellqueller. I think I just Spellqueller that. That feels right. He's only got one other card in his hand. Or he's going to let him thin. And maybe Blessed Alliance is one of those like too little too late, like it's just not worth having. Sure. He could just break and get 3 lands, in which case I don't even need to Void Shatter it. What did he get there? He got... What's the worst that he could do here? Can't think of anything. Instant speed, like I can't think of anything else that he could do that would make any difference. He could have a removal spell. I think he would have. Actually, he might not have cast it. I could do the 10. I could animate my man land, but I don't think I need to do that. Alrighty. So the deck is running smoothly. There's a lot of situations where we get to the mid and late game where I think my opponent has basically no shot of winning. And that is a nice place to be with like a control deck. It's nice to know that this format can even do that. And I gotta say, against unknowns, unless they're really fast, aggressive unknowns, against unknowns, counterspells are good. So hopefully, if the pros have come up with some sweet, sweet metagame deck or some who knows what deck, all of a sudden you've got negates and void shatters, and then all that counter magic in the board and spell quellers, etc. So the counterspells are a little slow in this format, but the fact that if your opponent doesn't get a fast start, it doesn't matter much what they cast against you because you can just counterspell it. It can be frustrating with 8 fast lands and 6 man lands that we have 14. Is it more than 14? 14 lands that come into play tapped after turn 3. And that's rough. Hopefully you're able to play one of those man lands, on turn 1. But not even the man lands. There's still 8 of those fast lands, which when you rip them, like you draw to rip a card like that, and then you play it and aren't able to cast Glimmer, which is a real concern. Seems like a very good hand. We'll see what the anticipates turn up, but like if there is another control deck out there, our deck is very well positioned against that control deck with plenty of card draw, man lands to attack planeswalkers, and all the counter spells. All right, we got the Dynamo Tower, which will be pretty fun. We're both doing our artifact thing. I'm assuming this is the big Colossus deck. Feels like that's what it is. Maybe put the Cultivator's Caravan too, which just makes it that much more apparent. This card, if you're not familiar with it, is at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. It adds a waste mana, and you can sacrifice it for and tap sack, and search lobby for an artifact card, but you can only do that if you control 3 or more artifacts. I think I need to try for a negate here, maybe. I don't really want that to come out. That seems bad for me. I think I need to get one of those lands. I don't know that Void Shatter is going to do it for me here. Maybe Void Shatter is the necessary evil. I'm going to get to Anticipate again. I probably just need Void Shatter. Now that I think about it. Make sure I can stop whatever the next threat is. Can't stop that. All right, now we need, it might as well be a man land. We got a man land. I'd rather have it come into play untapped land, I guess so. All right, we built up some value on Dynavolt Tower, but again, he doesn't have any creatures, so it's less relevant. Now that's a thing. It's a thing that does things. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta take care of that right now, I think. It just seems too juicy. I gotta try to exile that. Hopefully we can't find out a way to attack Nahiri. Nahiri seems amazing in this matchup, at least. I can't do Void Shatter this turn, which is probably bad. That seems bad. He's going to need to play a creature to make that matter, right? Oh, no, he's not. He kills Planeswalkers too. How random. It's random, I tell you. That sucked. I mean, I think I did the right thing regardless, but that sucks. So I've got 4 right now. I've just got to have Void Shatter up. I'd love to be able to attack with my man land, but can't bring myself to do it. I'm way behind this game, I feel. He's effectively got like 6 cards. Only takes 3 to crew that. I think I have to try to leave the Void Shatter up for something that's more meaningful. Those all seem good. No reason to let him know what my plan is. Alright, so he put a Prophetic Prism there. Alright. Yeah, all those are annoying. Killed that and that. That seems alright. And that one I'm okay with him attacking. So I've got some options. I can... Dynavolt just isn't going to take that out, and that's annoying. So I can kill this with like Galvanic Bombardment. And then I have to just take 5, which is alright. He doesn't have enough to kill either thing. So that gives me enough where I can't kill it next turn either, but I can mess with... Maybe it is just smartest just to kill it. I kill it now, and then I just don't have enough to kill the Sovereign. I don't think I can do that. I have to have the Sovereign. The Cultivator's Caravan just doesn't scare me very much. It deals 5. Good chance he won't be able to activate it next turn. Oh, that's a spell. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm fine just waiting at this point. Gear Hulk seems amazing here. Just Gear Hulk into Anticipate's pretty good. Gear Hulk is such a powerful card in the metagame right now. I really underestimated that card. Matter Reshaper. I think I'm okay with that. Maybe I have to take one big hit from Sovereign. Maybe he just does the Cultivator's Caravan again. That would be great for me. What's he going to do for 1 mana? Why did he tap a mana to do that? Oh, okay. This is twice as good. Nobody's used to Gear Hulk being a thing. I get an Anticipate off it. It seems dirty. I'll take a go at it. Whoops. All right, that felt big. That felt big to me. Is Galvanic Bombardment worth it just to take that guy out? Maybe? It doesn't leave up that though, and I think I'm okay taking one hit from the Glint Nest Crane. This way I have access to Void Shatter and Harness Lightning. The Void Shatter just feels so warm and fuzzy. Just, I just feel like anything gross that he does here, I'm okay. Hedron Archive. Do I care about Hedron Archive at this point? It gives him a bunch more mana, which is annoying. It allows the Inventor's Fair to actually be something. I'm going to counterspell it. It's just so many cards, too. So many extra cards worth of value. Hopefully I slowed him down enough. I don't know that I did. He's blowing the puzzle knot already. That seems like a good sign for us. Let's start doming him, since I have so much energy. Alright, play that. Alright, we got that game. So, at their board, they're just a big clunky control deck, just a worse version of kind of what we're doing. So we actually have things that can stop them. I don't know that I think Dynavolt Tower is great against them. I don't know if they'll bring in more creatures, maybe. Mostly just artifact driven, so Galvanic Bombardment is pretty bad. This may just be our list. I don't know how good Incendiary Flow is. Incendiary Flow has got to be worse than Galvanic Bombardment. Hell, Blessed Alliance might be better. Blessed Alliance. Maybe we do want a couple of Dynavolt Towers. Nahiri is good. All my counterspells are good. Gearhulk is good. Spell Queller is good. They're going to have some creature removal. But he may take it out. Like, I would take out Harness Lightning. If all I'm doing is casting Gearhulks. But maybe it's just a couple of Dynavolt Towers. Maybe it's a Dispel and a Dynavolt Tower. I'm going to play the Dispel. I got to figure he's going to have some counter spells as well. Keep a Dynavolt Tower in. Easy keepsy, I think. I don't even know if it's easy, but I'm keeping it. Yeah, I have no negate. This might actually have been a mulligan. I think I did it too quickly against an unknown. But Harness Lightning is pretty mediocre against him until he gets established. I guess there's no shot of me getting counterspelled. And then maybe he is hesitant about playing a spell that's more important. All right, all we're hunting for now is lands. Come into play tapped or otherwise. Or we're hunting for Anticipate. All right, hopefully we get a land. Any type of land would be good. All right, now I just have to go Anticipate. Hope I draw a land. Play my Ether Hub. I got my energy. I'm ready. I didn't realize that he missed a land drop. We both missed. Well, we both almost missed a land drop. He definitely has more mana acceleration than I do. All right, I think I'm just holding back now that I hit a land. If I didn't hit a land, I think I'd have to Anticipate. Can't quite kill it with Harness Lightning. If you were to be able to crew it. I think the Harness Lightning should be just enough removal to splash around. I think I'm fine with that. I just don't think I care very much. Only gets artifacts. I need to be able to Glimmer this turn unless he plays something very critical. Prophetic Prism, not critical. He's got negate. That sucks. I think I just have to cast it. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be negate. It's not the end of the world. One other possibility would have been just to Anticipate. I think he negates that as well. And then I can Harness Lightning this guy. I think I have to kill this. It seems too good right now. I also get Anticipate and Harness Lightning. Giving him more mana just seems dangerous as well. Can wait till he has a more relevant threat. And that would shut him down from being able to actually... This is my turn to play it, I think. What did he reveal? That's right, another prophetic prism. Need to slow his mana down. That's fine. He's not on 5. He can't play Skyship. Okay. Ouch. This will help make sure I hit my 6-turn land drop as well if I don't hit it naturally. I don't see you wanting another Harness Lightning. Alright, plenty of lands. And I think I can just wait. See what he does. Not worried about negate. He might only have negates. I don't know if he has room to have a whole bunch of other types of counter spells. We'll find out. How big a deal is that? Oh, it's going to hit Nahiri. Yeah, that's a very big deal. I forgot. And I want to be able to kill that. So I think I just go for Void Shatter it. I could go for negate. It's possible I could just get negate. I don't think I really care if he draws. Oh, I could Glimmer too if I want it. And I'm going to take the negate. All right, let's shut that down. Oh, wow. Whoops. I can't do anything about that. I assume he's going to attack that, which is annoying. I can do that and then Gear Hulk back. Lightning. I could also just let it hit. I could Harness Lightning. Block with Gear Hulk. Ugh. Yeah, I need to not allow him to attack my Nahiri, I think. That's just more important right now. But if he'd gotten to kill my Planeswalker, that would have been terrible. Let's see where he's going to attack. That guy doesn't seem amazing. He's a 10/10 vanilla. 2 Gear Hulk stops that as well. And it's really hard to 10 into Nahiri. Yeah, he's going to just dome me. Seems fine. Spell Queller that. Nah. That seems fine. All 4 prophetic prisms. Does he win then? I feel like he should win. Big Gearhulk. Dun 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 Gearhulk. Oh no. What do they have? For 2. He has something. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he wants to stop the Glimmer, I guess. Still gonna try to cast it. I guess I just want another Gearhulk. Maybe I should just never accept that. I need to loot something away. I need to have enough for... I have 4, 5, 6, 7, which is enough for... Alright, let's get rid of... It could be critical with the mana. I'm going to get rid of 1 Void Shatter. And play a Wandering Fumarole. And I think I'm okay. Oh no, I can't let him do that, or he would just kill me. I could also just play Nahiri and just kill Metalwork Colossus, and then he can sacrifice 2 artifacts to bring it back. That's okay. Then I've actually got my clock going. If he doesn't attack Nahiri, then I have to exile something anyway. I can negate the negate. I'd like to have a big turn where I just chump block and then Nahiri gets to go crazy next turn, kill this guy, and I've stopped whatever he's done. Otherwise, I can play Nahiri now. And it just isn't as good. And I can't do both. I can't Nahiri and Spellcore because I only have access to 1 white mana. And I would like the Spell Queller to be more meaningful, but is it more meaningful than a second one of those anyway? That I don't know. I feel like he stops that Glimmer every time. So I'm going to play this. I don't know if it's right. Alright, I feel pretty good here. Wish I hadn't given up the Void Shatter. I didn't know I was going to draw my second copy of Nahiri. Anything he plays that's good, I think I just have to stop. Dynavolt Tower seems interesting. Spellqueller, I have 1 energy left for Spell Queller. I'm going to discard Dynavolt Tower. Alright, that's a spell that does things. Alright, I still have 8, so I can do both of these. I don't see ever not leaving both counterspells up. And then I've actually got him dead with the man lands. I just have him dead like that, right? 5, 7, 11. Anticipate. Wow, that is a bad anticipate. All right. Well, a fairly sweet result. Oh, I got a treasure chest. I forgot about the treasure chest. They're so glorious. Not sure about those yet. I've won some of those, but hadn't paid attention to them. I prefer to get packs and points. I think that the overall EV, even if this is exactly even to packs, like in terms of the rand, if you took 1,000,000 samples, a sample size of 1,000,000 or whatever, and it would end up being even, I would rather just have it be straight up. I'm not interested in the lottery effect, though a lot of people are. It has a certain excitement. And so if the overall break even is the same, which I don't think it is. I think you're actually losing overall with this. But if it is even, I do actually prefer it. Not because I care about it, but because it might incentivize other players, specifically bad players, to play, which gives you a higher EV in the events. But either way, 4-1, fairly happy with the result. The deck seemed to play pretty smoothly. It got out of some pretty tight spots. I missed my third turn land drop and didn't have an anticipate and still managed to win that game. I don't know what all would change. Blessed Alliance put in work. All the counter magic was great. Spell Queller is great. The Dynavolt Tower, particularly good against the aggressive decks. It put in some work. Not as much as it has in other matches, in other leagues that I've done. The other league and then testing last night, but I tested against a lot of beatdown, which made it better. But if you enjoyed this content, please leave some comments. Send any emails to treyvancleave@gmail.com. In order to support my family and be able to do as much content production and streaming as I'd like, I need to be buying and selling and trading paper cards. And that's what I'm doing full time. I have an enormous inventory. I'll beat TCG on anything. So please hit me up with your want lists. I have over 15,000 feedback on eBay and thousands of feedback and refs on Facebook groups as well. So I'd love to one-stop shop all your needs below retail with next day shipping. So please give me a chance to do that for you. Additionally, I hope that this content has been good. If you liked it and would like to see more, there is some behind the paywall. You'll need to use the code to sign up, TVC006. So please use that where possible to let people know where you came from. And check out Mind Sports, check out my Twitch, and please send me all your emails to treyvancleave@gmail.com. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys later.